Welcome to the Witch House. Pull up a chair, have a sit, and let's chat. And as you can see by the title of this video, it is called Ode to a Friend, the RWS, and an Unboxing. So let's start with the Ode to a Friend. So, as many of you know, I started on YouTube about not quite 3 years ago. And, I was making comments on videos, and back then live chats were just starting to happen. And I was going into the live chats, and there was this lively guy in the live chats that he and I would just banter back and forth. And back and forth, and we would make comments under comments on people's videos and stuff. And the some YouTube creators said, you two should both make your own channels. And we kind of hemmed and hawed about it for a month or so, and then he bit the bullet first and went live. And it was great. It's funny, I look back on those early videos and so awkward, so shy and quiet and reserved, and he's still that way today, but it's different. He's more comfortable. That's what it is, comfortable. And I am too. If you look at my earlier videos, they're cringeworthy, which I think most everybody thinks of their earlier videos. We all started somewhere before our personalities came out. So in case you don't know, the man I'm talking about is the man who heads up the Hermit's Cave, my dear friend Simon. Now, Simon, he single-handedly, so here's where the RWS comes in. Through the course of these 3 years, Simon has really given me a different perspective on the RWS. Because my first deck was not the original RWS. I couldn't stand it. Oh God, those awful colors, that bright yellow and red, and it was, that's terrible. I don't want to look at that. So my very first deck was actually Tarot of the Cat People. So I still, when I came back to the tarot world in YouTube, I really still didn't have an appreciation for the RWS, the original. And it was Simon, in listening to him and watching him talk about his various RWS decks, the new ones, the old ones, and everything, that I really gained an appreciation for the deck and for its creation and for what it means and how it's helped us all to grow and evolve. And so consequently, early on in his YouTube career, and mine, because by this time I had my own channel, I won one of Simon's early giveaways. Yeah, I think I was the third winner on his giveaway. And I won the original Rider-Waite tarot pack. I don't think I've even opened this. I think it's all still sealed and everything, because I just didn't have the heart to. I don't know. This deck is very, very special to me. I may never, ever open this box. I don't know. But I won this. And of course, the classic I Up Me Duck coaster, which of course never used. And this beautiful magician box. And that was my giveaway. And I still have these items today. They're very precious to me. On top of that, there were a couple of extra things that Simon threw in as well. Well, no, there was one other thing that I won, which is this lovely hermit keychain, which I have all these years later. Well, 3 years later, but still, it was great that I won the hermit. Simon and I do have the hermit connection. He is a hermit, and the hermit is actually my birth card. So, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's not my birth card. What am I thinking about? Wait a minute. Yes, it is my birth card. Okay. My brain is confused here. Okay. It is my birth card. The strength card is my zodiac card. There's a difference. But because Simon is who he is, and because I won, he added in a couple extra things in with my giveaway winnings. One of which was this lovely poop key ring. It's a little beaten up, but not too worse for wear after all of this time. And yes, I was known as the poop lady from the start. The poop emoji has been part of my channel since the beginning. He also sent me this wonderful poop bag, and it has all the original crystals in it. Of course, his classic opalite and a sodalite, an amethyst, and then a clear quartz came in it as well. And I treasure these after, these have a very special place in the library because Simon was my buddy when we first got started. He helped me a lot with my channel. We helped each other with our channels when we first got started. And I have just grown to love him more and more and more. He's family to me. And so that now brings me up to the unboxing. So Simon has got me so interested in the RWS that I've kind of gone on an RWS journey myself. So I started out by getting the Vice Versa Tarot, which is a very interesting deck to use. I like it. I really like it. It takes a little practice in order to figure out which way you're going and what you're doing here. But once you do, it's actually quite a fun deck. So I really appreciated having that. Believe it or not, I still don't have an original Rider-Waite. I do have, I have variations like he does, the Centennial and the Borderless and those types of things. But I don't have an original RWS. Can you believe it? I should probably make that a priority, shouldn't I? Anyway, after the Vice Versa Tarot came out, what came next but Tarot of a New Vision? And so I really liked this deck as well. This is a beautiful deck, and it's wonderful to work with. And I have, appreciated the coloration and all of those things about this deck. And as time went on, the RWS just started to get more and more popular. And lots of people were doing different spins on the original RWS. So, what happens is this. The After Tarot box set. Lo Scarabeo. This is a beautiful deck. It's another one of those that does take time to work with, because it's different. It's like one moment after the original shot. And so this is what they're showing after. You know, what happens after. See, he's going to step in that and going to be caught. So this was a very, very unique deck. And so that was fun. And again, Los Scarabeo was on a roll. So what did they come out with after the After Tarot? You got it. We have the Before Tarot. Now this one I have struggled with, I'll be honest. This one I've struggled with because this is, it's just what it says. This is what happens the moment before, you know, he actually jumps off the thing, or before she actually, you know, calms the lion. So, yeah. So this takes a little working with too. So apparently that was not good enough. No. They wanted more. And so what I have in my hot little hands here is the In-Between Tarot. Can you believe this, guys? How many different ways is there to get the RWS? So we have the before, the after, and the in-between. And so I'm really excited to see this one and how it works. So, of course, great tuck box. Why does Los Scarabeo do so well on their tarots and so shitty on their oracle decks? I mean, can we talk? Can we talk? So let's see. The back says, as before and after tarot, explore what happens just before and after each arcana. The in-between tarot focuses on the relationships between cards. Each in-between card expresses the symbolic space that connects the arcana, revealing the connection between them. The cards will help the reader to shift their focus from hard meanings to softer and more dynamic nuances and interpretations. The in-between tarot will also open the door to a brand new way to read and study the traditional tarot. So, let's see. So, of course, we open it up and we have the guidebook here. Beautiful, chunky guidebook. And then we have the cards. I really do not like these boxes very much, but at least on the inside, they're not going to slide around because there are sidewalls here. So at least they will not go underneath the cardboard like we've seen in some decks. Let's have a look at the book here. So it's 160 pages. A lot of personal note pages in the back. Let's see. In the front, dedications. Chapter 1, Introduction to the In-Between. The emergence of a concept. Breaking with tradition, the concept of bridges. Moving away from reading one card at a time. Ooh, interesting. Sliding doors. Interesting. Using your own intuition with the cards. Removing the borders. Ooh. What? Okay. The in-between deck. Previous knowledge of the cards. Wow. Use of numerology and symbiology. And it says approaching the deck gradually. So, Yep. Says it's related but different. And it is, just like the before tarot and the after tarot. You really have to work with it. Oh. Okay, so we have lovely color photo of the card. And then here we have the write-up, source, keywords, in between concept. So they have setting the scene, symbiology within the card, and the in-between concept. So, interesting. All right, so they have that for all the cards. The minors are smaller with a smaller amount of information. And it looks like they don't have the as much about the bridging between cards as the majors do. Reading with the in-between tarot. So it does give you, it gives you spreads. There's several reversals. You can use reversals with this deck. And so, yeah, looks good. Looks good. All right, let's get into the cards. Let me get this plastic off. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so we have, of course, we have our art card here, which is the front of the deck. And then these are the backs. So I'm going to bring the light up here and see if I can get some more light here for these cards. Really should think about doing that before I start videos, shouldn't I? It's still hard to find the right lighting in this kitchen. I'm working on it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, okay. So here is the Fool, and you can see that it tells you what the card connector is. The Fool and the Magician. So we're starting here. So that's the Fool, and then we have the Magician, and that says the Emperor and the the Magician. So this is the card and the High Priestess. So whatever interesting, whatever is on either side is going to work some kind of magic. The cards are beautiful, and the card stock is nice. It's, as you can see, it's a little glossy. It is a little thin, you know, the usual low Scarabeo stuff, but the artwork is beautiful so far. So apparently what's on the front of the box and everything is the Emperor. This is the Emperor card. Ooh, the Hierophant. Wee bit o' nudity. Tasteful. Chariot. Ooh. These are very interesting. Very interesting. And very much not... It's definitely a new way to look. It looks like they're combination cards. You know, that this actually is depicting not only the wheel, but part of justice as well. So maybe we have, you know, the justice here, but an ode to the Hanged Man up here, because that's what it says is the next card. Yep, the Hanged Man and Death. So it's like two cards in one. Interesting. Death and Temperance. So that's in between. It's like, it's not full on. It's almost like one half of Temperance is here, and then the other half of Temperance is here. Interesting. This is fascinating. Fascinating. Because these cards are really different. These are really different from the before and after tarot. Because the before and after follow the standard RWS images, except they show a moment before or a moment after. This is something completely different. This was not what I was expecting at all. So, the cards are beautiful, though. I find the cards beautiful, but I'm definitely going to have to read more about this in-between concept, because it does appear that there are two cards in one. Whatever is on the edges here is actually what is depicted in the card. Okay, so now we're into the cups. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Fascinating. Do have some glare here, though. They are shiny. I didn't think they were that shiny, but they're proving to be, at least through my iPad. Knight. Oh. King. So what's at the end? King and Page of Cups. So it's like it comes around again. You know, the king with the baby, the page. Fascinating. Okay. So now we have Ace of Coins. 2. Modern. Votes for women. So we had Aboriginal. It looked like it was Aboriginal in the cups. And now it looks like when women got the right to vote, which I think was in the 20s, maybe later, 30s. No, I think it was in the 20s. My history sucks, so go find yourself a history book. Ask Mr. Google. Bill of Rights. Wow. 8 of Coins. Of course, the suffragettes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So now we have the page and the knight. And we have, wow, the knight and the queen. Interesting. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're moving on to wands, which I'm not sure what era this is from. Medieval? Something medieval. The 3. Oh, we have circus here. I'll look in the book after this and see if it talks about the genre that the cards are in. Ooh. I love the art. The art is very well done. I'm pretty sure it's digital art, but I think it's very well done. Very well done. My incense smoke going through everything. 10. Page. Yay, school is over. The knight. The queen. Wow. And then the king. Fascinating. Okay, last one here are the swords. Ooh, Roman? Is that Roman? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of swords. Wow. 8, 9, 10. Wow. These are quite something. Oh yeah. So there you go. There is the whole deck. As I drop my scissors on the floor. There is the whole deck. This is definitely something you're going to have to work with. I want to see if it says anything about the genre. Cups, water. Okay, so apparently each suit has a story. So the minor story that follows in Cups is a family living in Africa and the effect that water emotion plays in their lives as we move through the journey from ace to 10 and back around again to ace. So that's interesting. But yeah, and then let's see, what does it say for coins? Coins, that's cups. Now, interesting, it doesn't say anything about the suit of coins. Okay. That's fascinating. Well, I guess maybe because Okay, so interesting. Okay, it doesn't give you the story in the same way as the first one, but it does tell you things like a historical note on February 6, 1918, Great Britain granted voting rights to women. So now we know that the coins is around 1918, and wands is doesn't really say anything. Woodland setting. Yeah, that's kind of not consistent there. I don't see any story of the wands. And the swords does say it's the Romans residing in Britain who are going to battle with the Scottish Picts who live in the Highlands. So that's what the swords is. But I can't see where it talks about a specific setting. It just said the wand suit, we can see a woman with long red hair holding a bright glowing globe. So it doesn't really say what kind of location or era this is from. So that's kind of disappointing that they don't have it about the wands, but they seem to have it about everything else. So anyway, there you go, guys. The walkthrough of the In-Between Tarot. I like it. I look forward to trying to figure out this in-between state. And I want to give another huge shootout. A shootout? No, a shout out to my buddy Simon. Because if it wasn't for you, all of these RWS decks would have never happened. Mwah. So I thank you all for watching this very long video for me, but I certainly appreciate it. And I have also done walkthroughs of all the other RWSs, vice versa, before and after Tarot the New Choice, so you can check those out. I will link it in the description, and sending you much chakra love, and I will see you on the next one.